Hello, me and Armani here at Mountain View. We're going to do a YouTube video about our top 5 best games that we've ever played. And I'm going to start off with my number 5, and my number 5 is Skyrim. And I put that as my number 5 mainly because the graphics are great. And I've never played a game with such great graphics like that, and it made me fall in love with the game. And I love the armor on there. They detailed it great. And the weapons too, they detailed that great too. And I love the quests for all the guilds that you could possibly go to, and it just made it a really fun game for me. And I loved going on top of the mountain and just jumping off and just watch my body animate down and it dies. And my number 4 is Fallout New Vegas. Fallout New Vegas is my number 4 because it's kind of like Skyrim, except graphics aren't as great. But the greatest thing about it is it's in a post-apocalyptic world, and guns. There's millions of guns on Fallout New Vegas, and that made it really fun to play. And I love the quests, especially going to the rep contest site and doing the quest for Jason Bright. Oh, and that was a great quest, and it was kind of scary too, with all the Nightkin popping up like that. It freaked you out. And that's why that's not my number 4. Number 3 is Halo 4. And I put that so high on the list because I've passed every Halo before, and Cortana and Master Chief were the main characters through the whole thing, basically. And Halo 4 was just heartbreaking too, because Cortana dies. And I started playing the game when I was 6 years old, so that was a pretty big impact on my whole Halo franchise. And that's why that's my number 3. And number 2 is Forza Motorsport 4 and the whole Forza series. And I fell in love with Forza 1 when I was 9 years old. I was with my uncle in California and he bought me Forza. And I loved that. And I got the next one, which was Forza 4. Never even tried Forza 2 or Forza 3. And there's so many cars. There's a total of 657 cars you could possibly drive on there. And it's great graphics. Everything is detailed perfectly. It makes you just want to play the game. It's just luring you in to play the game. And that's why that's my number 2. And number 1 is Borderlands 2. I loved Borderlands 2 because it didn't have the greatest graphics, but you couldn't really hate them. They weren't that bad. And there was millions of guns. Every boss, they dropped 3 guns at once, and you killed an enemy and they dropped a gun. Millions of guns on there, so that made it fun with a vast range of weapons and shields, different shields. I love the shields because you could just overpower yourself with the best shield ever and basically never die. But I never got that, so the game has been pretty fun. I'm level 25, and I've only been playing it for about a week now, so it makes me feel like a total loser now, playing Borderlands so much. And that was my top 5, and Armani's going to tell us his top 5.
Okay guys, I'm gonna share my top 5 then. At number 5, I'm gonna go with Mortal Kombat. I put it kind of low on my list because I got frustrated when in the main story you would have to go against 2 people at the same time, and I thought that was super unfair, especially at the beginning when you don't know how to play really. But the graphics are really good, and the blood and gore is awesome too. Same with the fatalities. I wish the fatalities were a little bit easier to do though. Number 4, I'm going to have to go with the Bureau, and I really like that. I was surprised that I liked it so much because it's a third-person game, and I don't really like third-person games because they're weird, especially when they're shooting games. I just liked it because it was in the 50s, and it had aliens and stuff, and you really had really cool guns, and you could really customize your character, and you could send out the people that you wanted to in the mission to do different things, and you could name them, so you could have one as your worst enemy and just make them die. And then at number 3, I'm going to have to go with Crysis 3. I loved the graphics for that game. They were pretty good. I just got frustrated with your bow or your crossbow or whatever, and because it was really annoying when you couldn't really find arrows for it, so you couldn't really do any stealth kills. And it was annoying how your invisibility and your shield would go away faster if you would move. but overall it was a great game, and the ending was pretty surprising. It was a twist ending, I think. At number 2, I'm gonna go with Portal 2. The graphics were also great. Graphics are really important for me. That's probably why I don't have Minecraft on my list, because it's all blocks. And I really liked it because it has a really cool multiplayer, and the multiplayer story ties in with the first player story, so it's not the same thing. And it makes you think. There's not a lot of games out there that make you think. And it's definitely not a game for stupid people though, because I had trouble here and there. So it makes you think outside of the box, and if you're ever going to play it, make sure to think inside of the box and out, because sometimes the answer is way simpler than what you think. And at number 1, I'm gonna go with Fallout 3. I really liked it. The graphics aren't as amazing as the rest of the games, but that made me like really appreciate the gameplay and the story. And I really like it because I like post-apocalyptic settings like Portal 2 and Crisis. And I really like it because you can customize everything pretty much, and the storyline is amazing. And it's like pretty much like a game that you can't really end. With the DLCs, it's even better, especially with Mothership Zeta, or Veda, however you want to say it, who cares. It was really cool because you could go up in space and get a crap load of alien guns and then come back to Earth and sell them all and become rich. I didn't really like the one about Point Lookout. That one was kind of retarded, I thought. It was kind of strange, and yeah, but those are my top 5.
Okay guys, thank you for watching. Me and Armani did a great job on showing us what we liked, how we explained it, and like the video and subscribe, and again, thanks for watching.